Mike's not on. Mike. Mike's not on. Mike. Mike. Hello, everyone. My name is Pixel Master. Oh, loud. Hello, everyone. We're gonna be AFKing for the next couple hours straight because I've completely lost it. You see, we're trying to quarantine the world in Mortuary. Did I choose the right character? Gunslinger Able, yeah. We are, well, I could be spending this time getting Halloween costumes. I want to focus on, getting that crystal stuff. Getting all the good loot. So we're going to be doing that. And I know what you're thinking. How in the world am I going to be doing that? Well... Sorry, controller drift. We're gonna be going over to the crystal area and just get as much crystals as we can get. Brought to you by Weave Boy. He gave me the crystal, therefore it's not cheating. Not cheating. You can't see the plushies behind me. That's because I haven't moved the chair. Whoopsies. Boink. Boink. We built this over here, which has what we need to infinitely generate the crystal. We click that forever, and then we also click this at the same time, and the slime will fall, giving us a lot of gel. Now, it's going to be an interesting one, because I am lowering the game volume to 0. To 0. Because that, and I'm lowering it on my headset too. The crystal sound is the most ear-destroying thing I have ever heard in my life. Hey. That crystal sound is the most ear-numbing thing I have ever heard in my life, and I never want to hear it again. So we're going to be reading instead at the same time. Of course, having all the protection bits we need. In fact, it'd probably be best if we got our bee outfit. Yeah, because this one allows us to have one more of those. I mean, heck, I wouldn't mind. Hand me some of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Yeah, 4 is the max we can have for now. So we just turn this on. Ow. And we just hold on that button. And then we're going to spend the rest of the time reading. I'm going to put a heavy object on my mouse. So it will do that. Hold on. I'm working on it. Okay, so that's there. Heavy object. No. Come on. I have heavy stuff. I have heavy stuff. Move. We put this there. We put. I'll just hold it. The first book we will be reading. Let me actually switch up the screens. Let me switch up the screens, because what we can do here is something quite interesting. If I add the source screen for PlayStation, you can actually see what I'm doing at the same time. Video capture, add source. Yep, add source. So you can see what we're doing. Well, at the same time... Oh, hello. Yeah, I know, it's a space background still. You can see what we're doing, while at the same time, not having to worry about it. Where is it? PS4. There we go. We'll shrink that a little bit. I'm going to move you up there. And that's just going to be going. That's just going to be whoop whoop. That's just going to be going. Oh my gosh. Stop it. No. Yes. Okay, cool. That's just going to be going. Right now we're going to read a book. We are going to be reading Fox and Socks, which is a staple in the channel, because I used to, not the Twitch channel, the YouTube channel, because I used to read that. Look how horrible my hair is. Ugh, I despise everything about it. Fox in Socks. Oh, I need to click the button. We have, 7,000. So, take it slowly. This book is dangerous. Fox in Socks. Fox in Socks. Fox. I'll show you the book. I'll show you the picture too. Actually, this would be a great time to have a heavy thing on my mouse. What if I have it upside down? I have it upside down. I have it upside down. No, that doesn't work. Oh, duh, use the keyboard. Sorry, I don't have auto clickers. Oh, that's my gun. Don't you hate it when that happens? Staple that with that. There we go. Absolute cinema. Fox, socks, box, knocks. Let me lower that screen. It doesn't have to be that big. You guys don't have to see the non-gameplay that's happening. Yep, we're still gaining stuff. Knocks in box, fox in socks. Knocks on fox in socks in box. Socks on knocks and knocks in box. Fox in socks on box on knocks. I have to make sure that like you can see the pictures at the same time I'm reading it. So if I fumble words, that's not because it's difficult. That's because I'm not paying attention. Chicks with bricks come, chicks with blocks come. Chicks with bricks and blocks and clocks come. Look, sir, Mr. Knox, sir. Let's do tricks with bricks and blocks, sir. Let's do tricks with chicks and clocks, sir. Mind you, this is my first time talking in the day. I don't say anything unless I'm really talking to someone. So, yeah, I don't really talk to myself. So this should be fun. First, I'll make a quick trick brick stack. Then I'll make a quick trick block stack. You can make a quick trick chick stack. You can make a quick trick clock stack. And here's a new trick, Mr. Knox. Socks on chicks and chicks on fox. Fox on clocks on bricks and blocks. Bricks and blocks on knocks on box. Wow. I know someone named Knox. Now we come to ticks and talks, sir. Try to say this, Mr. Knox, sir. Clocks on fox tick. Clocks on knocks talk. Six sick bricks tick. That's a mark down for a mistake. 6 sick chicks talk. Yep, still gaining gold. Geo. Please, sir, I don't like this trick, sir. My tongue isn't quick or slick, sir. I get all those ticks and clocks, sir, mixed up with those chicks and talks, sir. I can't do it, Mr. Fox, sir. I'm so sorry, Mr. Knox, sir. No. Here's an easy game to play. Here's an easy thing to say. New socks, 2 socks. Whose socks? Sue's socks. Who sews whose socks? Sue's socks. Who sees who sew who new socks, sir? You see Sue's new socks, sir. That's not easy, Mr. Fox, sir. No, it is not. Oh, frick me. Who comes? Crow comes. Slow Joe Crow comes. Who sews crow's clothes? Sue's crow's clothes. Slow Joe Crow sews whose clothes? Sue's clothes. I need to check on something. What's happening? Oh, they're killing monsters. You know, good on my summons for doing that. Sue's socks of fox and socks now. Slow Joe Crow Sue's knocks in box now. Sue's rose on Slow Joe Crow's clothes. Not a mistake. Fox Sue's hose on Slow Joe Crow's nose. Hose goes, rose grows. Nose hose goes some. Crow's rose grows some. Yes. I'm actually a little bit. Oh, we're not placing blocks. Oh, because I switched the camera angle. Ah. Smart me. Mr. Fox, I hate this game, sir. This game makes my tongue quite lame, sir. Mr. Knox, sir, what a shame, sir. What a shame, what a shame. We'll find something new to do now. Here's lots of new blue goo now. New goo, blue goo, gooey gooey. Blue goo, new goo, gluey gluey. Gooey goo for the chewy chewing. That's what that goo goose is doing. Do you choose to choose goo too, sir? If, sir, you, sir, choose to chew, sir, with the goo goose chew, sir, do, sir. Mr. Fox, sir, I won't do it. I can't say it. I won't chew it. Very well, sir. Step this way and we'll find another game to play. This next page might be the only one I know. Nope, it's not. Where's Luke Luck Likes Lakes? Luke Luck Likes Lakes. It's soon. Bim comes, Ben comes. Bim brings Ben's broom. That's the second mistake. Bim brings Ben broom. Ben brings Bim broom. Ben bends Bim's broom. Bim bends Ben's broom. Bim's bends, Ben's bends. Ben's bent broom breaks, Bim's bent broom breaks. For anyone learning English, this book must suck. Because I know the language, and man, it sucks. Don't mind the stains. It's an old book. This was my mom's childhood book. That's how old it is. Actually, it says in the front, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, stickers. Batman stickers. She had Batman stickers. Ben's band, Bim's band, big band, pig bands. Bim and Ben lead bands with brooms. Ben's band bangs and Bim bands booms. Pig band, boom band, big band, broom band. My poor mouth can't say that. No, sir, my poor mouth is much too slow, sir. Well then, bring your mouth this way. I'll find something it can say. Here it is. Luke Luck likes lakes. Luke's duck likes lakes. Luke Luck licks lakes. Luke's duck licks lakes. Luke's duck licks lakes. Third mistake right there. Duck takes licks in lakes. Luke Luck likes. Luke Luck takes licks in lakes. Duck likes. It reminds me of the Studio C tongue twister sketches. There's a zombie dressed in a costume. I've never played Terraria during Halloween. This is like my first year playing Terraria, so I'm not used to seeing a zombert in a funny costume. Shame that my time playing Terraria is spent like doing anything but like interacting with the monsters. I can't blab such blibber blab blubber. My tongue isn't made of rubber. Mr. Knox, now, come now, come now. You don't have to be so dumb now. Oh. Frick, I hate this page. Try to say this, Mr. Knox, please. Through 3 cheese trees, 3 free fleas flew. While these fleas flew, freezy breeze blew. Freezy breeze made these 3 trees freeze. Freezy trees made these trees cheese freeze. That's what made these 3 free fleas sneeze. Oh, sneezy fleas. Stop it! Stop it! That's enough, sir. I can't say such silly stuff, sir. Very well. I like how I can do the tongue twisters, but I messed up on stuff. I said silly stuff. Very well then, Mr. Knox, sir. Let's have a little talk about Tweedlebeetles, like Ringo and stuff. Do you know about Tweedlebeetles? Well, when Tweedlebeetles fight, it's called a Tweedlebeetle battle. I gotta swallow my saliva. And when they battle in a puddle, it's a Tweedlebeetle puddle battle. And when Tweedlebeetles battle with paddles in a puddle, they call it a Tweedlebeetle puddle paddle battle. And when beetles battle beetles in a puddle paddle battle, and the beetle battle puddle is a puddle in a bottle, they call this a Tweedlebeetle bottle puddle paddle battle muddle. And how many pages are there? When beetles fight in these battles in a bottle with their paddles, and the bottle's on a poodle and the poodle's eating noodles, they call this a muddle puddle tweedle poodle beetle noodle paddle battle. And now wait a minute, Mr. Socks Fox. When a fox is in the bottle where the Tweedlebeetles battle with their puddles... Fourth mistake. When a fox is in the bottle where the Tweedlebeetles battle with their paddles on a puddle on a noodle-eating poodle, this is what they called a Tweedlebeetle noodle poodle bottle paddle maddled, duddled, fuddled, wuddled. Not a mistake. Fox in socks, sir. Fox and Socks, our game is done, sir. Thank you for a lot of fun, sir. Yes, yes, yes. Yay, we did it. It's the end of the book. Now is your tongue numb? And then it has Batman. See? Told you. So that's a fun book. That's a fun book we read. So far, we have a lot of crystal shards in... Can I click this without it affecting? I can't. We have a lot of crystal shards in Terraria, but we need lots of money. So, also this is a Twitch stream. They traditionally go on for a while. Luckily, I came prepared. Here's a giant book of Dr. Seuss books, so be prepared. It's either this or I don't have any other books in my room. So we could do... I don't think anyone's here, so we'll just start. I could do with a Lorax. I could read the Lorax again. I really like the Lorax. I read the Lorax any chance I get, basically. We'll do how the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's not Christmas. It's Halloween. It's Yertle the Turtle. Yes, please. Yertle the Turtle. Listen up, kids and adults and anyone else in the in-betweens. On the faraway island of Salamosond, Yertle the Turtle was king of... Can you see? You can't see it. Was king of the pond. A nice little pond. It was clean. It was neat. The water was... It was neat. The water was warm. There was plenty to eat. The turtles had everything turtles might need, and they were all happy. Quite happy indeed. They were... until Yertle, the king of them all, decided the kingdom he ruled was too small. I'm ruler, said Yertle, of all that I see, but I don't see enough. That's the trouble with me. With this stone for a throne, I look down on my pond. Yeah, you can see the page. I look down on my pond, but I cannot look down on the places beyond. This throne that I sit on is too low down. It ought to be higher, he said with a frown. If I could sit high, how much greater I'd be. What a king! I'd be the ruler of all I could see. So, wouldn't this technically be a part of the Just Chatting channel and not game? It doesn't matter. So Yertle the Turtle King lifted his hand, and Yertle the Turtle King gave a command. He ordered 9 turtles to swim in his stone, and using these turtles he built a new throne. He made each turtle stand on another one's back, and he piled them all up in a 9-turtle stack. And then Yertle climbed up. He sat down on the pile. What a wonderful view! He could see most a mile. Is that true? If you stack 9 turtles, can you see most of them? I don't know. Someone do the science for that. All mine, Yertle cried. Oh, the things I now rule. I'm the king of the cow. Oh, look, I'm a king of a cow. I'm a king of a mule. I'm a king of a house. And what's more beyond that, I'm a king of a blueberry bush and a cat. There's the bush. I'm Yertle the Turtle. Oh, marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see. Wow, that's crazy. Still collecting stuff. And all through that morning he sat there up high, saying over and over, a great king am I, until long about noon, then he heard a faint sigh. What's that? Snapped the king, and he looked down the stack, and he saw at the bottom a turtle named Mac, just a part of his throne, and this plain little turtle looked up and he said, beg your pardon, King Yertle, I've pains in my back and my shoulders and knees. How long must we stand here, your majesty, please? Oh, poor Mac. Cowabunga attack. Silence, the king of the turtles barked back. I'm king and you're only a turtle named Mac. You stay in your place, and while I sit here and rule, I'm the king of a cow, I'm the king of a mule, I'm king of a horse, and a bush, and a cat, but that isn't all, I'll do better than that. My throne shall be higher, his royal voice thundered, so pile up more turtles, I want 'bout 200. Thundered hundred. You know what I'm saying? Love these ad-libs in between. Turtles, more turtles, he bellowed and brayed, and the turtles way down in the pond were down in the pond were afraid. They trembled, they shook, but they obeyed. From all over the pond they came swimming by dozens, whole families of turtles with uncles and cousins, and all of them stepped on the head of poor Mac. One after another they climbed up the stack. Oh. Then Yertle the Turtle was perched up so high he could see 40 miles from his throne in the sky. "Hooray!" shouted Yertle. "I'm king of the trees, I'm king of the birds, and king of the bees. I'm king of the butterflies, king of the air. Ah me, what a throne, what a wonderful chair. I'm Yertle the Turtle, oh marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see." Whoa, that's crazy. Look at that funny little turtle. Look at that funny turtle. Look at that funny turtle. That's a funny turtle. Then again from below in the great heavy stack came a groan from that plain little turtle named Back. "Your Majesty, please, I don't like to complain, but down here below we are feeling great pain. I know up on top you are seeing great sights, but down at the bottom we too should have rights. We turtles can't stand it, our shells will all crack. Besides, we need food, we are starving," groaned Mac. Oh, zombie's gone. "You hush your mouth," howled the mighty King Yertle. "You have no right to talk to the world's highest turtle. I rule from the clouds, over land, over sea. There is nothing, no nothing that's higher than me." Ow. Oh, gosh. But while he was shouting, he saw with a surprise that the moon of the evening was starting to rise up over his head in the darkening skies. "What's that?" snorted Yertle. "Say, what is that thing that dares to be higher than Yertle the King? I shall not allow it. I'll go higher still. I'll build my throne higher. I can and I will. I'll call some more turtles. I'll stack 'em to heaven. I need about 5,607. That's a lot of turtles. That's a lot of turtles. But as Yertle, the Turtle King, lifted his hand and started to order and give the command, that plain little turtle below on the stacks, that plain little turtle whose name was just Mac, decided he'd taken enough, and he had. And that plain little lad got a little bit mad, and that plain little Mac did a plain little thing. I can't burp on command, but pretend I did right here. Burped! And his burp shook the throne of the king. Gotta check real quick. Sorry, I have to check. Am I still collecting stuff? There you go. I have to check. That's why we're doing this. And the Yertle, the turtle, the king of the trees, the king of the air and the birds and the bees, the king of the house and a crow and a mule. Well, that was the end of the Turtle King's rule, for Yertle, the king of all Salamasond, fell off his high throne and fell plunk in the pond. And today the great Yertle, that marvelous he, is king of the mud, that is all he can see. And the turtles, of course, all the turtles are free, as turtles, and maybe all creatures should be. The end. Yay! How'd you guys like Yertle the Turtle? I love Yertle the Turtle. That's a fun story. Not a lot of people know that one, apparently. Maybe because it's, like, in this book, and maybe... I'm not sure if it's in its own book. Alright, time for the one that we all want, a.k.a. the one I like to read over and over again. I'm trying to memorize it for work. Just, like, you know, not like, for a job, but, like, I just want to, like, when I'm on the headset and, like, you know, knows customers, and, like, we're not really talking or anything, I'm just, like, at the Lorax, and I'm just, like... At the far end of town where the grickle grass grows and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing excepting old crows, is a street of the lifted Lorax. What was the Lorax and why was he there? Nope, that's this one. This page is the one I'm looking for. And deep in the grickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today where the Lorax once stood, just as long as it could, before somebody lifted the Lorax away. What was the Lorax, and why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere at the far end of town where the grickle grass grows? The old once-there still lives there. Ask him. He knows. Good old Ed Helms. You won't see the onceler. Don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurkum on top of his store. He lurks in his lurkum cold under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of muffered moof. And on special dank midnights in August, he peeks out of the shutters, and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps, if you're willing to pay. No, yeah, that's the next page. On the end of a rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail, and the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather snail. Fun fact, for that one, I have to count the greats, because I can't read. These glasses don't do anything. Then he pulls up the pail and makes a most careful count, to see if you've paid him the proper amount. He hides what you've paid him away in his snub, his strange little hole in his glovulous glove. Then he grunts, I will call you by whisper, my phone, for the secrets I tell are for your ears alone. Slurp. Down slurps the whispermophone to your ear, and the old once those whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snargly hose. I haven't read that. I like this book. I haven't read it this far in a while. I just keep trying to memorize the first few pages. And he sounds as if he's had smallish beans up his nose. Now I'll tell you, he says, with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time back. Everybody needs a friend. Way back in the days when the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the Soyami swans rang out in space. One morning I came to this glorious place, and I first saw the trees, the truffula trees, the bright-colored tufts of the truffula trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. Achoo! And under the trees I saw brown barbaloots, frisking about in their barbaloot suits, as they played in the shade and ate truffula fruits. From the riptulous pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those trees, those truffula trees! All my life I've been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tufts was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. You can see the pages, yeah. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. When I chopped down a truffula tree with one chop, and with great skillful skill and with great speedy speed, I took the soft tuff and I knitted a thneed. The instant I finished, I heard a gazump. I looked. I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I chopped down. It was a sort of man. Describe him, that's hard to do, I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy. I will not be doing a Danny DeVito impression. Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I am the Lorax, and I speak for the trees. I'm not doing that. No, I'm kidding. And I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues. And I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset as he shouted and puffed. What's that thing you've made out of my truffula tuft? Tuft with a T. Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped down just one tree. I am doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a thneed. A thneed to find something that all people need. Where was I? It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat, but it has other uses, yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains or covers for bicycle seats. The Lorax said, you are crazy with greed. No one on earth will buy that fool thneed. But the very next minute I proved he was wrong, for just at that minute a chap came along, and he thought that the thneed I had knitted was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Lorax. You poor stupid guy. You never can tell what some people will buy. I got the slime staff! In Terraria, we got the slime staff. I didn't know you could get it from killing, like, just the spawns. That's so cool. Oh, nice. I like slime. I like the slime staff. I repeated, cried the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Shut up, if you please. I rushed across the room, and in no time at all, I built a radiophone. I put in a quick call. I should drink some water. I called all my brothers and uncles and aunts, and I said, listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole once their family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast, take the road to North Niche, turn left at Weehawken, sharp right at South Sixth. Sharp right at South. And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole once their family was working full tilt. We were all knitting things, just as busy as bees, and the sound of the chopping of truffula trees to the sound. Then, oh baby, oh, how my business did grow. Now chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which whacked off 4 trees at just one smacker. We were making needs 4 times as fast as before, and that Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. But next week, he knocked on my new office door. He snapped, I am the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots, who play in the shade in their barbaloot suits, and happily lived eating truffula fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffula fruit to go round, and my poor barbaloots are getting their crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. They loved living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys, he cried as he sent them away. I, the onceler, felt sad as I watched them all go. But business is business, and business must grow, regardless of crummies and tummies, you know. I meant no harm, I most truly did not, but I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factory, I biggered my roads, I biggered my wagons, I biggered the loads of the needs I shipped out. I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more needs, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs. A lot of crystals. Then again he came back. I was fixing some pipes when that old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. I am the Lorax, he coughed and he whiffed. He sneezed and he snuffled. He snargled, he sniffed. Once there, he cried with a crupulous croak. Once there, you're making such smogulous smoke. My poor Siamese swines, why they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in his throat. At least he's a handyman. He's not sitting in an office chair. He's a handyman. I love that. And so, said the Lorax, please pardon my cough. They cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you've smogged up around here. What's more, said the Lorax, his dander was up. Let me say a few words about gluppity-glup. Your machinery chugs on, day and night without stop, making gluppity-glup, also sloppity-slop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty old onceler man, you. I never realized, what is the gloopity-gloop and, like, the smoggity-smog? Because they say, I mean, I guess, you know, if, you know, knitting, you can't just knit thieves, you have to expand, baby, which is, probably that's, yeah, what happened. You're glumming the pond where the humming fish hum. I can barely read that, it's over gray text. No more can they hum, for all their gills are all gummed, so I'm sending them off. Oh, their future is dreary, so they'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary. And then I got mad. Yeah. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax, now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap yap and say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering, and biggering, and biggering, and biggering, turning more truffula trees into needs which everyone needs. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. Sound effect. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall, the very last truffula tree of them all.
No more trees, no more needs, no more work to be done. So in no time, my uncles and aunts, everyone, all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars, and drove away under the smoke-smuggered stars. Now all that was left neath the bad-smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax, and I. Ow, that's a paper cut. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance. He gave me a very sad, sad backward glance, as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants. I'll never forget the grim look on his face, when he heisted himself and took leave of this place, through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And all that Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with one word: unless. Whatever that meant, well, I just couldn't guess. That was long, long ago, but each day since that day, I've sat here and worried away. Through the years while my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart. But now, says the Onceler, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. So, catch, calls the Onceler. He lets something fall. It's a truffula seed that's the last of one all. You're in charge of the last of the truffula seeds, and truffula trees are what everyone needs. Plant new truffula, treat it with care, give it clean water, and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest, protect it from axes, then hack. Then the Lorax and all of his friends may come back. Theodore Seuss, Geisel, known to millions of his fans as Dr. Seuss, wrote and illustrated 44 books. He forever changed the face of children's literature in 1937 with his first book, And to Think I Saw It on Mulberry Street. Oh, really? What a interesting book. His last, The Places You'll Go. That was his last book? Dang, that's kind of nice. Was on New York Times bestseller list for over 2 years. He was credited with bringing to the process of learning to read after launching the beginner books with Cat in the Hat in 1957. Long considered national treasure, Dr. Seuss was awarded a Pulitzer Prize special citation in 1984. He received virtually every children's book award, including the Lauren Ingalls Wilder Awards and 3 Caldecott honors for McKellen's Pool, Bartholomew, and Oobleck, and If I Ran the Zoo. In addition, he earned 2 Emmys and Peabody Awards for his animated television specials. Wow. He was born in Springfield, Massachusetts on March 2nd, 1904, and died at his home in La Jolla, California on September 24th, 1991. Fun fact, his name, oh wow, books and, that's a lead written a lot about the foot book, what the frick. Fun fact, his name isn't, he's not a doctor. The reason why it's Dr. Seuss is because his mom wanted him to be a doctor. And then Geisel, or is it, it's either Theodore Seuss Geisel. Yeah, Geisel's his actual last name. But Seuss is his mother's maiden's name, which is why he went with that. All right, that's that book down. What other books do we got? What other books do you want to hear? I have more Dr. Seuss, I know that. You guys want me to read the Bible? I have the Bible. I have one. I have a book. Wait here. Everyone wait here. Wait there. Is this my book box? Nope. Is this my book box? Nope. Oh, yep, heavy as hell. That's the book box. This is my pack of butter. Don't worry about it. Keep watching the shoes, work shoes, and other work shoes. Yes, I have 2 pairs. There's I-Corp, which is the fictitious. I-Corp was a fictitious supervillain company I made for school. It was a fictitious supervillain company I made for school. That was fun. Does this have any, sensitive information on it? No, it doesn't. So this is my book of box. This is my box of books. There's a lot of stuff in here. Hey, I have questions. Hold on, wait a minute. Stop the cameras. Real quick, in Terraria, where are my summons? 1, 2, 3. Weird. Sorry. Okay. Back to AFKing. You put this. There we go. Okay. Well, we have a few books in here. We have a little pocket edition of the Philosopher's Stone, but it says Sorcerer's Stone because I'm American and it just default switches the text. Fun fact, if you go to the other side of the world, it says Philosopher for some reason. I don't know why. It just changes like that. What other books do I have? We have 1984. We have Dark. This book is an interesting book. Now, Gillian Flynn, I know you're a huge fan of my channel and my work. This book has to be my least favorite book ever read. And I'm not saying you're a bad author. It's my least favorite book because of this purpose right here. It says uncorrected proof, not for sale. I got this from my high school library. Emphasis on that. High school library. High school library. It wasn't, you know, like how sometimes libraries will get rid of books and stuff. This is one of those examples. They're just like, oh, you know, it's a book, like you could take it home if you want with you, whatever. And I can tell that it is not for sale and uncorrected proof. One, because there's a lot of not spelling errors that are like, no, you spelled it wrong, but spelling errors that are like, oh, like instead of THE it's TEH, like that kind of spelling, like not too big, but like enough to be like, oh, children screaming outside. It's like, oh, that's funny, but it's weird because like it's like, look, it's like a proper book. I haven't finished it yet. The story, I'm not gonna read it. This is one of those books I need to actually finish though. I'm thinking about reading again, which is great because I don't usually read, you know? Like actually read a book. It's about a murder. Like you know, like the stories where it's like, oh, this kid, like the older brother that was in like satanic cults and murdered his whole family, but oh, the little girl survived, and it's like, oh, heartwarming story. It's like that, but like many years in the future. It like splits between 3 different perspectives: the mom, the son, and the daughter. Spoilers, I guess, if you want to read it. I'm not sure if I would recommend. I don't recommend this specific version. Find the actual one. A novel. Sorry, I have to scratch my eye. But it's about Libby Day, which is the little girl that survived, now older and is just bitter and sour. It's like, well, no one cares about my sob story anymore. This sucks. I need that money. The brother that was like, you know, the one who supposedly did all the murders, we don't know yet, and his like experience, like, you know, slowly going with that. And I believe the mom, like trying to figure out stuff with her son and whatever and whatnot too. With the mother and son, like both of them, it takes place in the past before the murders. But with Libby, which is kind of the part, like, it's interesting. I've never had a book where the protagonist was just unlikable. This was kind of like one of those first books, unless we're counting Harry Potter, the second book, because I didn't like the second book. Harry and Ron were mean, or Hermione. They were not friends. Anyways, there's this like conspiracy, like true crime group, whatever. That's just like, hey, we want to like figure out who maybe the real murderer is. We'll pay you money. I'll give you $10. That stuff. So that's a book that exists, I guess. I don't know. If you're interested, we'll read it. What else do I have? I have. What is this? Oh my gosh! It's Clementine for Comic Book Day. I was told not to read this book after playing the Walking Dead games because I'd be really sad. I don't know how to read comic books though, so they didn't have to worry. I have the FNAF book 3, 2, and 1. Fun fact: I bought the second one first, and then the first, and then the third one, and you can tell. Cause look at those covers, completely ripped up and destroyed. Which some people might be like, "Oh no, it's the pristine." No, I like this. It shows that I cared for them and read the heck out of them. I love these books. Ugh. Spooky, scary stuff. What else do I have? I have My Hero Academia. When I saw that movie, I remember that movie. I saw that with my siblings. I had no idea what was going on. We have Patrick McManus of Fine and Pleasant Misery, which is a book about camping and stuff. We have the Freddy Files with actual post-it notes throughout the book of me theorizing. That's fun. That's cute. The Little Prince, which I didn't, you know, I don't know why it's in here. It should technically be in like the hallways out there. This is a funny one because I actually won't explain it. I have this book. I got it at a library for free. It's freaking huge, and I've never read it. It's a gag gift from my sister. She thought it was funny. What is this? What is this? Da Vinci Resolved. Oh my gosh, this is a note to get Da Vinci. Making YouTube videos, the how-to for dummies. Psych, a guide to crime fighting for the totally unqualified. What is a gift? We could read this one. We're adding this also to the should-read list. Where's my should-read list book? I don't remember. We'll put it there. But yeah, I gotta read books. You know, books are fun. We have a folder. That's important. What is this? Computer's about to die. Oh wow, that's that. Why do I have this? Why does this one say Amour? Ow. I haven't actually looked in that box in ages. It's quite interesting. Oh, okay, let me get the books that I want to read. Dark Places, it's on the list. That one. Already read 1984. I know what this is. Wow. Holy crap, it's the Idea Journal. From YouTube. Wow! This book, I'm not gonna show the names. This book is the origins of the Pixel Master channel name and brand, I guess you can say. And I remember the last page, it was Monday. You make the video. And then on this is like, we didn't even know what editing really was. We were just like, oh, if we could, this is what we would do. It was me and my cousin. Tuesday and Wednesday, edit the video. Thursday, upload it. Friday, we think of idea for next video. Because Saturday and Sunday, no, that wasn't a thing. That wasn't a thing. Ah, my gosh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Sorry, that's completely unrelated. Is that all I have in my book thing? Oh my gosh, it's Burn Pygmalion. I do not like stickers. What? 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 This is some crazy lore. Wow. It keeps going. It keeps going. I'm not showing it. Whoa. Are you kidding me? Are you joshing me? This has to be one of your sick jokes. I don't like stickers for the reason of, like, once I put the sticker down, it's there permanently. So I just put it on this book. Rick, man, we're leaving that out there. That's a good book. Oh my gosh, it's Stampy's lovely book. I remember, my mom was like, oh, we'll just throw it away, or like donate it. No one's reading it. And I'm like, it's Stampy. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. What is this? It's another big notebook. Another big notebook. Another empty notebook. Ooh, I gotta draw more, man. I gotta draw more for the sake of personal art and not for the sake of... What's this dog one? I know this was important. I just don't remember why. I mean, I know why. I just don't remember why. Wow. When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now, will you still be sending me Valentine? Birthday greetings, bottle of wine. Wait, you'd actually be right there. Yeah. If I've been out till 2:45, would you lock the door? Would you still need me? Will you still feed me? When I'm 64. Boom, boom. That's fun. That's fun. That's cute. That's great. That's old as hell. I haven't seen that in years. Oh my gosh, it's Stick Dog. We're reading Stick Dog. Stick Dog. Stick Dog. We all know Stick Dog. This is a long book. Stick does not consider because he sticks, although I think he does like sticks. All dogs like sticks, don't they? I mean, what kind of dog doesn't like sticks? If I came across an You make sure there's nothing stupid in there. An animal that looked like a dog, and I offered it a stick and refused to take it, then I might conclude it's not a dog at all, wouldn't you? I would think it's a furry chair or something. You see the pages? You can see the pages. Anyway, Stick Dog is not called Stick Dog because it likes sticks. It's called Stick Dog because I don't know how to draw. I mean, I do know how to draw, I just don't know how to draw very well. You know how to draw stick people, right? Circle for head, a couple of lines for arms and legs, Shazam! You've got a stick person. I do the same thing for dogs. That's how our main character got his name. This book is old. So this is Stick Dog. When I showed this picture of a dog to my art teacher, she scrunched up her face. I don't know about your art teacher, but when my art teacher scrunches up her face, it's not a compliment. Then she regained her composure, unscrunched her face, and said, "Dogs don't have right angles, Tom." And I said, "Stick dogs do." Also, the author is Tom Watson. Then she said, "But if you draw stick dogs, all your dog drawings will look the same." The audacity. The audacity. I'm sorry, I just got a banner for killing how many slime? It's cool. After she left my desk, I walked over to congratulate Jake Kruwich on drawing a far superior and lovely dogs with lots of realistic curves. I decided to prove her wrong. I like proving people wrong. It comes naturally to me. So these are some other drawings of dogs as you can no doubt see, they do not Dachshund, Dalmatian, Poodle, Mutt. They do not all look the same. They do look slightly similar, but with certain distinct features that tell themselves apart from Stick Dog himself. There's Dalmatian, a Poodle, and a Dachshund. There's also a Mutt. Now, I couldn't figure out how to draw a Mutt, which is a dog made up of many different breed of dogs all mixed together. So here's that wavy dude up there. But really, a Mutt can just be anything, right? Big, small, long fur, short fur, curly, whatever. So wavy lines in the fur means Mutt. Got it? I'm glad you get it. My art teacher didn't. When she came over to look at my... Can you see the pictures? I think you can. When she came over to look at my drawings again, she scrunched up her face a second time. She didn't unscrunch it. That's just fine and dandy with me. Okay, now before we start the story, you and I need to agree on a few things. First, you should know that it's not just dogs I can't draw very well. I pretty much can't draw anything very well. Can't draw flowers, houses, candy bars, turning pages, asparagus, donkeys, caterpillars, airplanes, elbows, or French fries very well either. In fact, my asparagus stalks look like my French fries. You should get the idea just from this example. Weep, weep. So first thing we have to agree on is this. I can't draw much of anything, okay? Second thing we have to agree on is you're not going to give me any troubles about my drawing abilities. For instance, you're not going to say something like, "Dude, the drawing of a tree looks like a big thingy of broccoli." Actually, trees and broccoli look a lot alike when you really think about it. But anyway, you can't. You get the point. I admit to you that I can't draw so well, and you promise me that you won't hassle me about it. Next, we need to talk about something my English teacher and I don't agree on. All of a sudden, I'm realizing I disagree with many of my teachers. I'm just like that, I guess. He likes to stand in front of the class and say, "Good writers follow good rules." He has a lot of rules when it comes to writing. There has to be introductions and conclusions for everything, for instance. The rules of good writing. Sounds are not words, beginning, middle, conclusion, and does not start a sentence, no funny stuff. Structure, follow the rules. He says telling funny stories is for the campfire, not the classroom. He says starting a sentence with the word "and" is unacceptable. He says never use sounds for words. And, yeah, he says a lot of other stuff. When it comes to my English teacher's rules for writing, I'm reminded of a word my little sister made up for when she found a worm in the yard. Barfalucci. What? While I have a feeling I'm not going to get very good grades for my Stick Dog stories, that doesn't matter when it comes to you and me and our agreement. So final thing we need to agree on is this. The final thing we need to agree on is that this Stick Dog story, with the bad pictures that my art teacher doesn't like, will also be told in a way that I like, but my English teacher doesn't like. Good deal? Excellent, let's move on. This is going to be fun. That's all I'll read for now, because it's a longer book. I'm not sure if you guys want to hear more of that. We have a lot of crystal shards, as you can see in the corner. I need to put these books away, because I will not put them away at the end of stream. But Stick Dog, I remember Stick Dog. That was a fun book. Don't touch my purse! I don't know you! What is this one? Is this just a science math book? Whoa, these are messages. These are codes. I know these are codes because I wrote these codes. I remember. this the notebook for 111903? 110903? Pot 4? Time on Front Street. On Front Street. We can actually... Oh my gosh, this is... She loves you, yeah. These codes. These are codes I wrote. I won't tell you how to answer them. That's one of them. It says something. What does it say? I don't freaking know. That's my job, actually. I'm going to do that right now. Not right now, obviously, because you're here. You're here. But I'll leave that off to the side so I can do that later. What is this book about? Another. It is a mango. It is freaking massive. What the frick? Mannequin hand. I don't know what this is. They have an eye patch. People's memories get changed too. What the hell is this book? Am I reading this the right way? Am I reading this the right way? I found this at a library. It was not the school library this time. It was just another library where it's like, take a book. And I'm like, okay. We love you. Is that a dead guy? Oh. He like stabbed himself in the... What the frick is going on? What the frick is going on? I don't know what's happening. There's an eye patch, I think. Another dead guy. Gal. An eyeball. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Hey, yo. Can I show that on Twitch? Probably not. They're a bunch of pansies. No, that's rude. That's rude. That's mean. Don't say... Those kids would be very upset if they knew how to read. There was another. I guess in, like, you know, other stuff to talk about, other fun books to talk... I mean, fun, that's a word, not the right word, is George Orwell's 1984. Why? Because there's a very specific page that I bookmarked for a reason. That makes me very happy. It warmed my soul when I read it, which only made the crushingness of my soul later to be more crushing. It's on page 108. It's, where is it? War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. Yep. 2, it was the middle of the morning, and Winston left his cubicle to go to the lavatory. That's fancy speak for bathroom. A solitary figure was coming towards him from the other end of the long, bright-lit corridor. It was the girl with the dark hair. 4 days had gone past since the evening that he had run into her outside that junk shop, and she came near... As she came near, he saw that her right arm was in a sling, not noticeable at a distance, because it was the same color as her overalls. I forgot... Oh my gosh, I forgot that... Sorry. I gotta read this book again. You know, the book that's not applicable to real life. I laughed like that for a reason. We're all fricked. Noticeable at distance because of the same color as overalls, probably being crushed by hand and swinging around with the big kaleidoscopes with the plots of novels were roughed in. It was a common accident in the fiction department. That's right. They were perhaps 4 meters apart when the girl stumbled and fell almost flat on her face. A sharp cry of pain was wrung out of her. She must have fallen right on the injured arm. Winston stopped short. The girl had risen to her knees, her face turned to a milky yellow color against which her mouth stood out redder than ever. Her eyes were fixed on his with an appealing expression that looked more like fear than pain. A curious emotion stirred in Winston's heart. In front of him was an enemy who was trying to kill him. Oh, he thought that this lady was trying to, like, rat him out. To the I could read the chapter 1, but it's 100 pages long. I'm not gonna do that here. I'm just gonna show you the segment that I like. Howdy, Gloria Atkinson 21. Welcome. Hello. Howdy, hey, howdy. I'm showing a segment of this book that I like. Now I know most of it's like pretty horrific, but trust me, it's cute, kind of. Where are my summons? Hold on. Sorry. You know, it's fine. They can just chill up there. It's whatever. An enemy who was trying to kill him. In front of him also was a human creature, in pain and perhaps with a broken bone. Already he had instinctively started forward to help her. In the moment when he had seen her fall on the bandaged arm, it had been as though he felt the pain in his own body. You hurt, he said. It's nothing, my arm. It'll be all right in a second. She spoke her sort of. Basically, they conversed each other, blah, blah, blah. I'll skip ahead a little bit, because I'm not sure how Twitch feels about this specific book, because most people don't like this book. For reasons I can't imagine why. Basically, as, you know, he helped her up. As she got up, she just, like, put a little, like, piece of paper in his hand. And as he walked over to his cubicle, he's going like, oh my gosh, she's going to kill me. She knows I am going to have to murder her first. 8 minutes had gone by. He readjusted his spectacles on his nose, sighed, and drew the next batch of work towards him with the scrap of paper on top of it. He flattened it out, and on it was written in large, unformed handwriting, I love you. For several seconds, he was too stunned to speak, even to throw the incriminating thing into the memory hole. When he did so, although he knew very well the danger of showing too much interest, he could not resist reading it once again, just to make sure that the words were really there. For the rest of the morning, it was difficult to work, and it's like, whoa, they love each other, wow. And then I think I was like, what did I buy from Joanne's? Oh yeah, the gift for Clefairy. It was her birthday gift. And it's like so sweet and nice, and then like it all goes not even to hell, because at least when you go to hell, you know that eventually, depending on what type of religion you like or whatever, you know that eventually, you know. Because, like, hell, it's unimaginable torture. We, as humans, cannot imagine the torture there. But the hell in this book has been imagined. Now, whether or not it's... we'll talk about that later. But the hell in this book is written down. It's there to see and read if you choose to do so. And I chose to do so. And I saw it and read it. And it was, like, the most... Like, I saw the movie for 1984... It's like, okay, whatever, black and white. It's like, yeah, okay, but like, it like carved a bit of my soul out and then crumbled it up and shot it in the back of its head after it proclaimed its love to Big Brother. Spoilers, that's what happens. But, you know, who really cares? The book's old. So I have this, when I get my own house, I have this bookshelf idea that I want to do, where instead of having a shelf of books that I like and like I want to read and whatever, where people can be like, oh my gosh, you like that book? I like that book too. I want to have a bookshelf of books that like destroyed me or just I kind of despise. One of them being 1984. The other one being this one, but I actually do legitimately like this book. I think it's great. Now, author aside, let's art from the artist, whatever. I remember this was like because it's like a pocketbook. It fits in pockets, specifically my guy pockets. So I remember just reading it, like carrying around with me and reading it like throughout school. I felt like a nerd, like cool. And like, oh yeah, it's a pocketbook. What can I say? Kind of ladies, calm down. But that's one of them. But the other one, you know, I have to mention Dark Places. This one. Every time I've read it, I've gotten half and half of the pages. Like I haven't gotten, like I keep getting half as far. Schoolyard Rhyme, circa 19. Wait, what? Days were whatever. I'll read this in my own time. Let me separate the books. The stuff we are gonna read and stuff we're not. How long have we been streaming for? An hour. How much gold would this get us? I don't know. I don't need that. So currently that's an empty notebook. Yeah. Okay. Wow! You guys want to see my cool Lego sets? I don't want to move that actually. Never mind. That's really it. I only had planned the 2 books for Dr. Seuss. I don't really know what else to do.
We could just make it a short stream. I'm pretty sure there's enough gold to you know, to be good. So let's give it a try, eh? Shall we? We're going back in the game. Cyber chase, we're moving. We're beating Hacker at his game. Alright, let's raise the PlayStation sound. It's so loud. So loud for me. Should probably lower the volume in my headset. Okay, we have a lot of crystal shards. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Halloween bag, Halloween bag, Halloween bag, Halloween bag. Goodie bag. Who's calling me? I don't know. Alright, let's get home. Do I have my shell phone on me? Yes, I do. Take me to spawn. Goodie bag first off. We got a what? What is the skeleton doing? Jacking Skeletron. Oh, it's like Nightmare Before Christmas. It's like Nightmare Before Christmas. So to those who don't know why we are AFKing in the first place, I probably should explain that at the beginning. Let me get over to where we need to be. What was that? Is that a bat? I don't have walls down here. Well, that's crazy. That's crazy. There you go. Put that right there. Oh, lovely, lovely. All right, let's do this. Okay. So to those who don't know why we are doing this, first let's watch it like quick select all the shards somewhere. It's like where? There we go. Also, slime staff. That's really cool. I like that we got the slime staff. That's awesome. Actually, slime staff, don't we have a place for summons? Yes, we do. Right here. All right. I'll use the slime staff. I'll use it. 1, 2. We'll keep it on us. I want my demon soul. Oh, I got rid of the bewitched. Whoops. There you go. Anyways, it's the same icon as the slime staff. So the reason why we are doing this is because this is the grand Terraria quarantine project, or whatever I'm calling it. Basically, I'm going to build giant elevators all over the map. Something on your face. Giant elevators all across the map to avoid the corruption from spreading. Now, there are some places where we straight up can't, being this area here, because this is where the dungeon is. So we're gonna get as close as we can. We have an opportunity to completely get rid of the corruption, which is great, and all that fun stuff. And the other place we can't do it, obviously, would be down here in the jungle, because we can't blow up the jungle temple stuff. But we can get everywhere. Where is it? Where's the jungle temple? Where's the jungle temple? Oh, here, in the jungle temple. We obviously can't get, like, this avenue, probably, but we're gonna get as close as we can. But first, we need to see how much gold, geo, we need to see how much geo we made. So in terms of slime, which I'm actually gonna keep, because we do need slime for the flamethrower item, which is for later. Tasty and flammable, yep. For later, my guy. There we go. But for this, so it's 18 platinum. 18 platinum for 18. We currently have 59 gold. No, why did I buy that? 2, look. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then some. 366 platinum. Quick stack that sucker in here. 366. That's a lot of platinum if you didn't know. So in the next episode, we're going to be continuing the quarantine project. Because I wanted this one just to be the AFK reading one. But it's still Halloween. It'll still be Halloween next episode, I believe. So hey, you can do that. And unfortunately, though, I will be starting school at that time. It feels weird that all I did for today's Terraria episode was just read and then actually play Terraria. But I swear we'll be done. We'll be done with hard mode. Or pre-hard mode. I wanna finish pre-hard mode with this place secured. I might even drain the ocean here. Not this ocean here. I might like do a little like a curve area. Like this here, completely drained. So yeah. 300 and how much? 28 stat books. 367 platinum. I'm curious. Why am I getting a lot of pumpkins? Is it because it's Halloween and they grow naturally? That'd be kind of cool. I've legit never played Terraria during October or December for the Halloween or Christmas events, so it should be fun. It should be a lot of fun. Let's go over to our shimmer. I'm a bit curious. How much does it go for? So if you buy it for 17 silver, calculator. All right, so I don't like my ears. All right, so if we have it for, we have 367. We times that by 100 to get the gold. And we add that by the 56 gold we already have. I believe it's 100. We have 36,756. So then we divide that. No, we times that again by the silver, which will be times 100, which is 3 million. So this is 17 silver. So if we divide it, let's round up. So we're divided by 18. We will be able to get 204,200. Basically, for our large world, we should be able to destroy the planet. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be awesome. This is gonna be incredible. This is gonna be a pro gamer move. Thank you, Gloria Atkinson 21, for joining, along with the silent players and the broad watchers as well. If you like this video, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you want to hear more reading, I technically did audiobooks way back in the day in the past, but they're not the best in the world. So if you want to hear more audiobook type stuff, ask and I'll probably do one. Give me book suggestions. I want to try to learn how to read again. I'm gonna either start with Dark Places or there it is, Silence. Oh, don't go in there. Dark Places or something to totally unqualified. We're not gonna raid anyone today just because. Yeah, I don't know. That'll be it. We'll be back again on Thursday. Later on today. Later on today, there'll be either a horror game stream or no, new season. So Sky Children of Light later on today. It'll be a hunky-dory of a time. Yeah. That's it. Oh, that's the wrong button. Boink. There we go. Thanks for watching. Ciao.